Hello. Hi, hello, can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Oh my god, I feel so fucking weird. I feel so weird just streaming on YouTube. I'm so sorry. I'm super not used to it. Anyway, so, hello. Today, I kind of wanted to do some chit-chatting before I start drawing. I was gonna finish Huna, but I kind of wanted to hang out a little bit, talk about business, talk about money. Specifically because I made this post in reply to this other person's post about like Artist Alley being expensive and stuff. And I don't know, I want to clarify a few things. I feel like my post was pretty clear, but instead of just like reiterating everything I'm saying, I think it's best if I just like break things down into be a little more digestible and to help people like kind of understand where like certain numbers are coming from and kind of how things work. And I don't want to like criticize or judge anybody who's like, you know, people's replies to my original post, because you know I don't think that it's very productive at all. So that's just what I'm gonna say first. Oakley doke. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna pull up the post first before I actually like fucking do anything. So hold on, let's see. Does this work? Can y'all see this? Okay. Okay, maybe I should read the original post. So the original post says, do American artists all go to the manufacturer that takes all the money you have, or do they genuinely think that $20 for a phone charm is okay? First of all, this person was referring to like a 1-inch charm. I personally can't really fathom that being the case. Like, as in, I can't really imagine someone in Artist Alley doing this, but alas, you know, let's say it's true. Okay. So I had kind of wanted to give my like 2 cents, because I've been doing Artist Alley for over 8 years now, or I guess going on 8 years, and I'm currently a like an MBA student, so I'm getting my Master's of Business Administration. I have a certificate in the man that takes all the money. Ha, exactly. But like I have let's see. I have a certificate from Wharton in financial accounting. I'm currently getting my MBA. I'm getting another certificate in entrepreneurship, and I think another certificate I cannot fucking remember for the life of me, because I'm not done with my program. But some of these certificates are in progress. But the financial accounting one is one I already have. So I think I would like to say that I have a little bit of credibility and authority to say these things, but people on Twitter like to fight. So I just want to like break down some numbers for y'all. So basically, I posted this lovely spreadsheet. It looks like a cash flow statement. It is not a cash flow statement. I am just breaking down different things, and I admit that the vernacular I used on some of this stuff was like probably not the most clear, because I did this shit in 10 minutes just to, you know, demonstrate numbers using real numbers from like real things, like actual cost of my own like product, right? So we're gonna start with like the 1-inch bangaboo charms, because personally I priced them at $1, or not $1. The 1-inch charms are priced at $5. And I wanted to do the 1-inch charm specifically because they were comparing, you know, the person had originally said like, oh, well, this artist was charging fucking $20 for this. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I have to doubt that. I would like to see who is doing that and what is the case, because if they are doing that, then I think that they're not really doing any of this stuff in good faith. But, you know, anyway, so let's just copy this, and I will go through this like post first. So just to like show anybody who doesn't know what I already wrote. So basically for my cheapest charm, I make a little over $1 per sale after transaction fees. And for my standard charm, which is the $15 one, my net profit's around $8, which is about 50% of the sale price for the charm. For luxury good, the expected markup is anywhere between 5 to 12 times the expected revenue. I mentioned this just because luxury goods are just non-essentials, and the range of which people price non-essential goods is essentially up to market price, as in how much people are willing to pay for said thing, which is why there's a lot of people reiterating, if it's too expensive for you, don't buy it. And I think that's true. It's like, you know, the range in which you can expect a non-essential good to be priced is estimated around 5 to 12 times. And the number varies depending on like where you look and who you ask and whatever. But generally that's, you know, a good and very large range. So if we're going by the 5 times, the $5 charm is expected price to be more around $14, and the $15 charm would be over $50, which is obviously absurd. So obviously the market price is driven down to make art more accessible to other fans and customers. But you can see that artists chronically undervalue their work for the sake of accessibility. I know a lot of print artists also feel like this, and their profit margin is much larger than like physical goods artists. Because some print artists feel like by selling their prints for like anywhere between $15 to $25, they're undervaluing their work, and they're diminishing the value of their illustrations and their work down to that price. Obviously, the amount they're going to ultimately get from it is going to be very different, but I think selling your work for that price makes it feel like it's valued at that price as an individual piece, and that I can see why, you know, that has not a great feeling. So personally, I rarely ever see charms exceeding $15 to $17 for a 2 to 3 inch charm with no bells or whistles, like hot stamp foils, extra pieces, specialty charms like shakers, like, you know, all those type of things, or like those really specially shaped ones, you know, like just the standard acrylic, maybe epoxy even, maybe no epoxy, depending on, you know, who you are. If you like epoxy, I personally don't, but epoxy on their charms are not, you know, $15 to $17 for like a 2 to 3 inch charm. I will very rarely see it go above that. And again, that's 2 to 3 inches, which is like your pretty standard size for charm, I think. So I've also saw a lot of other artists posting breakdowns for the cost of tables and events. And so if you want more of that stuff, you can either look at a video that I've posted, or of many, oh god, it's been so many years since then. You know, I've been meaning to do another post about that. Have not yet gotten around to it, but we do want to do like another breakdown on like what it looks like to table at cons and stuff. But aside from that, you can see a lot of other artists posting on this Twitter thread, like the original post, different numbers in their personal numbers, because it really depends. But yes, so the person basically also mentioned that like businesses shouldn't stay open if they aren't sustainable, but I really want to emphasize, like, people who do art are not in it for the bag, typically speaking. I'm generalizing, obviously, because some people are in it for the bag, right? That's just the case with any, you know, area. But I would like to think, and based off of my own experience, artists are well aware that this is not a stable job, that this is not a stable career. You're not guaranteed to make $1 billion. You know, you do it because you love art and you want to share your work with others. And, you know, especially if you're in fan spaces, you want to share your love for the said IP with other people, right? It's not so you can like rip off someone in the same fandom as you to get $20 off of them for something, you know, like I don't think that that's very fair. I think that's like a very bad faith perspective on what artists are seeking to do. So I did not like that framing of things, because I think it's very unfair, because I don't think, at least a lot of veteran artists in the space, they don't think that this is like, you know, the way you're gonna get rich, right? Like, sure, there are a number of very successful people, like the top, you know, like 0.1% of artists in Artist Alley, kind of like it is on streaming, right? Like, there's always gonna be somebody somewhere who's going to be making like more money than other people, but for the most part, people are just surviving. What you doing? I'm just talking about business finance and stuff like that because I made this post and it kind of got a little spicy, and so I kind of wanted to break down numbers for people to just give a little bit of perspective on why my numbers look the way they do and where some of the things that people are claiming I am misrepresenting numbers comes from. So I wanted to give some clarity on it. I felt like it would be helpful, you know? So yeah. Anyway, my last thing on this is that the reality is that there's a tremendous balance between art businesses staying afloat and artists pushing through for the love of it. Criticizing artists for their pricing instead of, you know, the shit economy is beating up people who are just trying to share their passions. And if you are going to go and like push these people out of these spaces, you're going to lose a lot of the goodwill and a lot of the art you have and you see in these spaces. You know, I don't think that's something that most people want to happen, right? So let's pull up these numbers. Oh my god, this is so small. Let's pull up my numbers here, and I'm gonna just grab this first fucking section. All right, I'm just gonna do this one because the numbers are smaller and easier to work with. All right. No worries, I just started stream, so I'll be here a while. All right, so okay, so oh, okay, let's do it like this. I want you to be able to see like what the fuck I'm writing. Okay. So in this production cycle, I talk about manufacturing, shipping per item, how much it costs for the accessory, and tariffs. So the cost of goods sold, or COGS, is $1.72 USD. But before any of this even happens, we have to talk about something. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. Okay, this is the most important part that people who look at this spreadsheet are missing. Okay, the people who look at this spreadsheet and are saying I am spawning money out of nowhere is forgetting one very, 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 very key feature. Okay, and that's called, where does the fucking money come from in the beginning? Where does this money to make this in the first place come from? Right? And you have two options. Technically more, but like, let's just simplify and say you have two options. You have your starting money. So this is your very, very first cycle of merchandise, right? So let's say it's cycle 1. Okay? Your money comes from your own pocket or loans. Okay? And coming from your own pocket is essentially you loaning your own money to the company. And we're not going to even talk about like interest or inflation or like reinvestment into shares or any of that. We're not gonna even touch that because that makes things infinitely more complicated, and that's like not really necessary for this. So let's just say it's loans. Okay, so say you take out a loan so that you can drop this, you know, first set of charms you've ever made. This is your first time ever, right? This money, this cost of goods sold, actually isn't your money. While you are spending the money, it actually is just going back into the loans. So let's say you produce your first set, right? So the production, here actually let me make it a little easier. Production. So this goes into here. So your money goes into production, okay? And that is going to be, you're going to be using a majority of your loan for that production cycle, right? In this case, the manufacturing costs 75 cents. The shipping per item costs 32 cents. And that is just the cost for the freight to take your shit across the ocean. In my case, because this is from China to the US. The accessories also have a cost to it. But the weight is like relatively negligible in terms of the actual charm itself. It like, you know, it's like part of the charm weight, so I'm just counting it all together. And then the tariff, all right. The tariff is what it costs for when you ship your product into the US. It's the taxes you have to pay on the items. And while the tariff, yes, technically on paper is something around like, I don't know, anywhere like 16 to 20% depending on what it is and where it goes. You also have to pay a lot of other levy fees, which are just like administrative fees for the processing of said thing. That is just the case. And also it's because de minimis has been suspended, which is any package under $800 now does not get exempt from getting taxed. So you go into production and you go into like the shipping, right? I'm just gonna, I don't even know what to put for this one. Let's say we make 100 units. Let's see. I'm gonna grab a calculator. This is gonna be easier. Calculator, please. Okay, 1.72. Oh, wait. So we'll say 172 units, right? So, or fuck, 100 units. So 100 units is gonna be $172. So let's just say you get $175, right? So the shipping itself is going to cost you, this is, technically speaking, 80 cents for production. And then the shipping here is gonna cost you, just the shipping itself is gonna cost 32 cents. And then you have import, which is a tariff. So you're gonna have things like tariffs, admin fees, and sometimes the provider you use to ship your product also charges you a fee because it's like they had to handle the processing for you. So sometimes your freight service also. And especially this is the case when you have like large packages, you know. When I purchase charms, I buy them in really big quantities. Each of my packages, even though they're relatively small, they weigh like 20 to 30 pounds. They're like as dense as Panko. They're really fucking dense, okay? So the import cost is, I believe I put 60 cents here. Yeah. Which import is gonna be around like, hold on, let me move this shit over. Oh, that's not what I want. Okay. Let's just scooch this stuff over. Okay. So, this is actually, I put 54%. But actually, for me, on my most recent shipment, that number was actually closer to like 80-something%. Okay? I was being generous and took an average of the cost, like the percentage. And especially because tariff stuff had been changing like every fucking day for like months, you know, it was really unstable on when your shit would go through port of entry, and then how much you would have to pay was like wholly dependent on that stuff. And then also on top of that, like, yes, there's some refunds going through with tariffs, but it's like very slow and company by company. So as it is right now, you know, I was just gonna say this is 54%, okay? That's just for simplicity's sake. But if I were to do the calculation about my most recent one, let's see. I'm trying to, let's see how much I paid. Nope, that is not the receipt. It was 80.6%. Mine was actually 80.6%. Okay, so like, fuck man, I don't know. Sure, that person might have gotten a much smaller percentage on tariff, but that's just not the reality that like I'm facing, all right? Maybe someone's scamming me, I don't know, but regardless, I had to pay that amount in order to get my package to my door. They will just hold my package forever if I don't pay it, so... I just gotta pay the money, okay? So like, this ends up being 60 cents, okay? I'm gonna have to make this bigger, I realize, very soon. Hold on, let me just enlarge this because I'm gonna have to draw some arrows soon. Okay, so once you go to import, you're gonna do sales. Let's just do card sales. I'm not gonna go through both, right? Because that's just a lot of, it's the same but just a slightly different amount. So So you go to your sale, and you have to pay a few things when you make a sale or when you go to sell. So let's just say, let's actually not even put sale yet. We'll just say event. Okay. And your event has a shit ton of other costs. I didn't even list them here, but like if you go to an event, your costs include your table fee or booth rental, insurance. Inventory actually technically is not a cost that is directly related to an event cost. They're technically separated because one's operational costs. However, like it's still something to keep in mind in terms of what you're spending to get your ass over there, right? And then you also have travel, and then food, etc., right? So all this stuff can add up. I would say if you're traveling out of town, maybe the average you would be paying for out of pocket is $1,000 to $2,000 per person. So if you have staff, so then you have a whole other thing. But I'm a one-man show. It's just me, so you know, let's just do the calculations for myself. So you go to the event and you go and make a sale. All right, so the sale is gonna be $5. You're gonna make, here, I'll do this in like accounting style, okay? Parentheses is subtraction, okay? Okay, and you make a sale and it's gonna be $5. Holy shit, you made $5. That's huge, stonks, okay? Let's break down that $5 and where that $5 is going, okay? So your $5 turns into, first is the cost of goods sold, right? Which is the $172. This is not your money. This is not your fucking money. This here actually goes back to pay for this. You have to pay your loan back. That money doesn't just spawn from nowhere. You have to pay your loan back. Whether that be a loan from a previous cycle of merch, an actual loan, your pocket, whatever it may be, you are paying that back. That first amount you paid for production did not spawn out of nowhere. Your manufacturer isn't gonna be like, hey yo, yeah, I'll give you the first one on the house, bro. They're not doing that. You have to pay for it, right? That's just how it is. Okay, so that's your cost of goods sold for the first one. Yeah. I just wanted to talk about this. I'm trying not to get too spiced, okay? All right. Now you also have a card fee. So card processor depends on the card processor you use. I use Square, so it's 2.9% plus 10 cents per transaction. So this is going to be 25 cents for me. I realize I'm not writing this right. Here. And then I also should not underline that. And then you also have your remaining amount, right? So let's just say this is your remaining amount is going to be 2.78. Oh wait, wrong thing. 3.03. All right, cool. Holy shit, that's your income. Right? That's all the money you take home? Right? No. What is going to happen with this money? And the reason why I put a second amount and I put it as restocking costs, I think I should have put something else. I couldn't really figure it out. I was too fucking tired, man. But I realized the best way to phrase this is R&D. Listen, if I was like actually a big, large scale business, the financial department would be able to actually fucking label that shit the right way. I'm just me. I'm one person. I'm all of the above. The money is like in one giant messy pot. So I have to make sure I budget the way I need to budget, right? So this amount is your income for your business. Not yourself. Right? Hi, what's up? Oh my gosh. Hi. Oh my god, this is really embarrassing that you're here. Hi, what's up? I'm happy you popped up. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi on impulse. I hope you're not. When you say For You page, I hope you don't mean from my spicy Twitter post. But anyway, I'm talking about con finances. That's all. So your 303 is from your business. Has to go somewhere, right? So here's how I break it down, okay? So R&D, I put my R&D, to put it as simply as possible, to be the same cost of the product. So I equate it to cost of goods sold. I could put any fucking number here. I could put the whole $3 here if I wanted to, but I'm not going to, because then you don't have money to pay yourself at the end of the day, right? So I make mine equal to cost of goods sold. So that's gonna be 172. All right. And R&D can equal two things in the case of an artist alley artist, right? So you could say expand your inventory. So for every product you make, you can make a new one. And you pay back the previous one. That's what the original cost of goods sold is. But again, your original cost of goods sold has to go pay back what you put in. That money does not spawn from nowhere. Okay? Or, like new merchandise. It doesn't have to be the same, product. Just because the money went in, you took the cost of goods sold, like the extra cost of goods sold from the first charm you made, does not mean that that money has to go back into the same thing. That's just going into a big pool of R&D, okay? Say you sell all of your fucking units, all right? Let's say you sell all your units, and so you get, oops. That's, I said 100 units, right? 100 units, and then, this new pool of R&D is gonna be 172. That's enough for like one set of two set of new charms. Whatever you decide to do with it, that's your R&D now, right? So then your leftover from that is, I wrote it here so I don't have to do the math again. 131. Okay, so then now your leftover is 131. Okay, this amount here, this is like the true profit for yourself. This is where you take the money from your business and distribute it as needed for your business. So, again, money doesn't come from nowhere, right? You have to pay people, including yourself, and you have to pay for your events. So this 131 that you have left over actually goes to pay for this, and then also pay for yourself and wages and etc., right? So the amount you end up taking home, actually, I'm gonna put this in here as well. Fucking taxes. Income tax. Because as a small business, you actually get taxed out of your asshole. The amount of money you actually end up taking home is even less than this number. So while that person was like, yeah, you're actually misrepresenting your numbers because the actual cost of goods sold is not this, and this is not your true revenue. I'm like, hey, yo, I'm not talking about revenue. I'm not talking about like total income. I'm talking about how much is my take home as an artist and why I price my goods the way I do. While they can be similar things, in this case, they can't really be conflated because I'm not just looking at production cycle. I'm looking at the entire picture of everything from where the money first comes from, the loan you first take out, whether that's your pocket loan, the bank, fucking wherever, your grandma, to paying everybody out at the end of the day. I didn't even include that last part because it's really complicated and really wholly depends on the person to person, right? Some people pay themselves like nothing. Some people pay themselves more. Not everybody puts money back into R&D. I do because I want to make sure that I'm growing my business and being able to do more things with my business. But again, that's a choice of mine, right? I could say, yes, my true profit's 303. Even so, 303 per item, that's not all that much, all right? Like, that's about 2/3 of the total cost or total amount you put in. Do I know what they're talking about? No. Do I need to watch it? No. Do I like it? Of course. Yeah, there's just the thing I'm referring to is there was this post, this set of replies to a post that I made kind of breaking down these numbers, and I was basically told that I was misleading and misguiding people. And again, like, I kind of get where they're coming from, where it's like, oh, well, you know, you don't really need, you don't really pay this amount to go in and how much things cost. But I'm not phrasing that very well. My brain is fucking frying itself in real time. But everybody's distribution of finances, everybody's account books, and the way they choose to do their accounting, and the way they choose to manage their company's profits and wages and all that stuff is wholly dependent person to person or company to company. So while you may calculate specifically, you know, what the inventory cost is, I'm not showing you an income sheet where I'm showing you inventory. I'm showing you a whole aspect, the whole thing, which includes things like inventory, right? But also operation costs. Now my business degree is escaping my brain and I don't really fucking remember what the other things are, but and like investments. My favorite accredited financial expert cat. I'm not a financial expert. I just run my own fucking business. I'm not here to try to give like financial advice because, again, as I said, everybody's different, right? Everybody's way that they're going to distribute the money that they made from their business is going to be different. Some people do this shit as a hobby. And so everything they make from their business just goes back into the business and they're not paying themselves out because they don't give a fuck. So I think that this screenshot of the spreadsheet that I posted may not be the most comprehensive thing in the world, but I try my best to represent all these aspects without fucking putting this goddamn diagram in, all right? I guess the point of what I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, this shit boils down into, you have to remember, step one is you have to have money to put in the first place. The money doesn't come from nowhere, and although they're saying it goes, you know, infinity, and you have, YouTube auto-translate comments sucks. Oh my god. What is happening? Yeah, it's a disaster. But like, you have to pay back the previous thing. That money is not from that cycle. The cost of goods sold for this, holistically, is going back to pay for something else. And you're misrepresenting your numbers? Alright, Asko, let's talk Miao, I guess. Listen, I just don't want people to be like, Miao is deceiving people. Miao is saying bullshit and like making up numbers and like trying to make artists look like they're fucking poor. I'm like, no! Wait, that's literally not the case. It detects shorthand and typos as alternate language. Oh, what the fuck? That's weird. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to misrepresent anything. At the end of the day, I'm in this original post, I was being a lot more generous about what your take home is per product. Because for me, my actual R&D is usually more than this. I usually do more than cost of goods sold. I could have said my cost of goods sold, or my R&D is actually like $2 of this, so I like round up or whatever. For me, it's a little vaguer. I end up just paying myself out as needed. I don't give myself a wage. That's my choice. So again, like, that's just how it is, right? And again, like, my numbers here, these numbers are all the same. This additional part here is just to demonstrate to people, like, that Artist Alley is underselling a lot. Underselling and undervaluing their work for the sake of market value. I think talking about market value versus, like, expected value versus, like, true values and stuff like that is a whole mess and a half that I don't really want to get into, because if you look at things like fucking Pokemon cards, you'll understand that it's just so arbitrary and all that stuff. And the only thing that is keeping prices the way that they are the consumers and the producers and the relationship between those two, right? If that artist really is selling a 1-inch charm for $20, they're not gonna make money. People aren't gonna buy it, and they're gonna either get priced out of Artist Alley, or they're going to have to change their price. So I don't see a point in complaining about what one artist is pricing their stuff at amongst the entirety of Artist Alley. You know, it's very fucked, in my opinion, to reduce down any group of people down to the actions of one person. And this applies, you know, across fucking everything, right? Like, this is not just Artist Alley, you know. This is everything. Deceive isn't the word. It kind of sounds insensitive on their hand. Yeah. Also, someone doing that is insane and posting a big comment complaining about a singular. Yeah. I have a hard time giving people benefit of the doubt when they're pointing fingers at an entire group of people because of the actions of one person. And there's also, by the way, this is all word of mouth. This is all based off of believing this person, you know, that this is true, this is the case, and them not just trying to stir the pot. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they genuinely did see someone who had a $20 1-inch charm, okay? What if they did? That's fine. But to say that all of Artist Alley is getting so fucking expensive because of that one person, I think you need to check yourself. I think you should look at your biases. Or get out of Artist Alley. Don't buy from Artist Alley. Simple as that. Maybe I'm a person who is a lot more okay with losing business from people that I don't want to do business with. I know that's not everybody, but I personally, if that's your take, I don't want your business. I would rather not sell to you. If you're gonna be an asshole, I don't really want your business anyway. Like, me losing out on one sale because you're being rude, you're, you know, generalizing a bunch of artists, and you're criticizing artists and saying everything's fucking expensive. You know, I don't really need your business personally. Like, I can get business elsewhere from people who actually value and care for my work. And maybe that's just a hot take, okay? Maybe that's just a fucking hot take. But, like, as a single proprietor, as a sole proprietor business, I have that luxury to be able to say that and to do that. So, Do American artists all, or do they think all is okay? You don't say that when it's a single outlier. Yeah. Is specifically one charm I saw. Okay, why'd you say all? Exactly. Yeah. Why'd you say all? Why are you pointing fingers at everybody? There's literally no need to do that. So, yeah, maybe it's on me for using the format of, an income statement to break down the numbers because I felt like that was the most clear way to do it, and maybe that's why people mistook this as an income statement or whatever the fuck. But like, okay, first of all, this would be such like the most shit income statement in the world because there's like so much stuff missing from this. But like, you know, there's a reason why people format things the way they do, and it's just to provide information in a legible way. And to say that that is misleading information is failure to read and decipher data and graphs and information, in my opinion. And I think maybe you should go back to school and check out how to read a graph, you know? It's because I don't know what else to tell you, man. I really don't know what else to tell you. What do you mean it costs money to run a business? Dude, I thought my manufacturer was like, hey, yo, first one's on me, man. You don't have to pay for it. I got you. I just give it to you. No problem. 你是中国人，你可以 hello. I'm sorry. Me about to go off in Chinese. Hello. What's up?
In Chinese.
What's up?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
What you're doing and if you had the dog.
Oh, okay. I don't have a dog.
I saw.
Yeah.
Thanks. You can go off in Chinese.
Jake walks in right when I was about to fucking pretend to be my own manufacturer, being like, hey, yo, bro, you're Chinese, I'll give you it for free. Holy. It was very clear, and only 2 to 3 idiots with a single brain cell amongst them got confused. See, I definitely got a little frustrated, but I don't think I'm going to say I personally am not going to criticize a person for like what they were saying as like in terms of their character. I just think that they need to understand and decipher information and data in a more comprehensive and analytical way than just reading it briefly and then taking your Google AI response and pasting it into a notepad to try to gotcha an artist. All right. Hello, Rennie. How are you? Yeah. All right. I just spent 45 minutes fucking mansplaining myself, catsplaining myself on how business finance works in this, you know, realm. But man, I think about how this past weekend was both ANYC and Anime Impulse OC, right? And to say artists are greedy, and then to also look at the fact that so many artists got their shit stolen from them or only made like a fourth of what they normally make at their con, or just aren't even breaking even for the first time. These aren't indicators of artists being bad at business. These are indicators of a shit economy. Is this shit math? Kind of. It's finance. I'm just breaking down how business works. But yeah, it's indicators of a shit economy. That's what that is. Why are you blaming the artists for this? You know, people who work and make luxury goods or non-essential goods, those are the people who get cut first when the economy goes to shit. We're already seeing that. To say that artists are being like greedy for charging this much or unreasonable for charging, like, you know, from what they said, $20 for a charm, it's like, maybe you're right. Maybe art as a business is not sustainable right now. And that's because of a greater issue that is not related to the artists themselves. So just stop pointing fingers. That's all I gotta say. Stop pointing fingers. Stop reducing down a whole gigantic societal and economical problem to and pointing fingers at like a group of people because of something you saw from one person. Maybe let's not do that. That's a slippery slope. That's really dangerous. Let's not do that. And let's be a little nicer to other people, because in my original post, I did not point any fingers. I just gave my own numbers, my own perspective, and explained the side that artists are experiencing. I didn't even criticize the original poster who was complaining about the $20 charm. I never said shit about that. I did my best in all of my replies to my post to provide clear information, clear and concise information, and answer people's questions as they came. And to me, it's kind of sad because I am somebody who really, 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 really wants to be a resource for other people, like artists in the community. I just want to be like a resource to other people. So if people want questions about this, I haven't been nothing but transparent. So, you know, I'm an asshole. How come? Why do you think so? Truly, why do you think so? If that's your take, why would you say, why do you think that that's the case? Can you touch me economics? I'm really bad at it. I'm not great at economics either, personally. Corporate finance and economics are different things. I know that, quite frankly, I know a lot of other artists actually don't really like the fact that Kuno and I share our numbers super openly. But we've been doing that for years now because we want to be transparent and we want people to understand kind of the nuances that come from it for both, you know, other artists and also for people who are customers of Artist Alley. And I know that's not something that people are all, you know, fans of, but that's just been my goal since making this like account, since I started streaming and talking about Artist Alley and stuff like that. If I just wanted to be, if I wanted to be, you know, just a normal fucking streamer, I would have done that. I would have never opened my mouth about this. But I want to be a resource and I want to provide information and I want to be helpful and educational in ways that I can. Feline spination, yeah. So I feel like that sounds like almost like inspiration, but then cat. You talk too much? It's actually a compliment for a streamer. I feel like telling a streamer you talk too much is actually good. Because I can tell you so many streamers don't know how to talk. Alright. Let's get back to drawing. Also, I bought a fucking dirty Thai tea. Like, it's a Thai tea coffee. And I had about like 2 sips of it. Because I was yapping for the past hour. Alright. Watch me just fucking stay up all night now. Because of that. Alright. Let's get back to Alien Stage! Yippee! I feel kind of bad that Twitch is down, but oh well. My poor Twitch not working. Wait, hold on. Wait, it's like slightly off. Hold on. I'm trying to put this here. Keep talking of a great voice. Ah! Thanks. That's so embarrassing. I don't know. See, Miao, I told you. Hey, I'm just a little guy. Okay, I don't know anything. Hold on, I'm trying to center this. All right, that's the best I can do. All right, let me open PureRef and hopefully I don't crash my fucking computer in the process. Okay. Apparently my PureRef is like super fucking dense. Yeah. You know, in another world, I would have just posted my entire fucking income sheet and be like, where's misleading now? Do you want to break this shit down? Go ahead, try. Fucking try. My business has been profitable for the past 8 years that I've been running it. I have not ever gone negative annually. I've only gone in the red one time at a con, and that's because I decided to spend more to make it more of a vacation than it was just, you know, work. So, yeah. Did you draw that? Yeah, I did. I'm working on a bunch of alien stage, like, photo cards. Alright, I freaking don't even remember where I was because I was grinding this right before Impulse OC, and I just, like, don't remember where I am. I know I started drawing Ivan, and I just do not like how it was turning out. And so, let's just draw girls, because I like girls. We're here for women and women only. Okay. I can, let me open up my previous, do I have like Mizi? I changed Mizi a little bit because I didn't love how I had it before. I guess I can show y'all how I had Mizi originally. This was my original Mizi and I didn't love it. I didn't really like how baby she looked, so I changed it up a little bit. I like this better. I guess I could have, excuse me, kept her eyes a little bigger, but yeah. ChatGPT panicking when they give it more than 4 numbers at the same time and try to get you again is true. Yeah. You're really good. If you want tips, I'll teach you. I'm okay. I'm just doing my own thing. Not that I'm not looking to learn. I do my studies off stream and stuff. You know, that's just like, I try to take my own time and personal time for it. If I'm just drawing on stream, I'm just drawing on stream, you know? Because, like, there's only an amount of focus you can give and put in when you're drawing on stream. At least me, because I fucking, yeah, but, you know. Also, does she have a scar? Am I crazy? I don't see one, but I see it in other pictures. Huh? Confusing. Alright. I think I finished all the line art that I wanted to do, and I was gonna go and, what's this? Oh, that's my sketch. There's this. Back hair. Thanks. I'm not a character illustrator by trade. This is not what I did before. I kind of just ended up here on accident. You know, that's what happens when you love women a lot. You just end up drawing women and, you know, that's kind of what happened here. But aside from that, I was a professional graphic designer before this. Very different from all this. That's the only thing I have actual training in, is graphic design. Why don't I label anything? Why am I like this? Let me... Okay. Yeah, I used to do graphic design. That's kind of where I came from. But in terms of drawing and stuff, what the... In terms of... What is happening? Why are you doing that to me? Weird. In terms of drawing, I did like architectural illustration or like sketches and stuff, and like traditional physical media. I just kind of ended up here on accident in the process of not being able to actually do any traditional work when I went to undergrad. It was a big bummer at the time, but I'm happy about the skills that I developed as a result, so I'm not super pressed about it, you know? Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Actually, let me just... I have a better idea. Okay, wait. And that's fine. This is... I'll erase this part. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I want to like... Because this set of strands here... I'm trying to see, it connects here, but I feel like I want a gap here, but I'm not 100%. I think I just erased that, actually. I think I just fucking... Goodbye. How old are you? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I am older than a lot of the people who come into my chat. Also, bye, Brad. Have a good rest of your day. I guess it could put into perspective, I've already finished undergrad. I'm currently in grad school. I'm getting my MBA. I've been running my business full-time for 8 years, or not full-time. I've been running my business for 8 years, and I ran it full-time for 2 years, 3 years? 2 or 3 years? Don't quite remember at this point, but, you know. I mean, I think people have a vague idea of how old I am. Like, people who are, like, regulars in my community, I'm sure there's a good number of people who kind of have concepts of how old I am, but that's about it. Alright, so... Let's see... Oy. It's true. You don't have any idea of how old I am, huh? That's pretty fair, honestly. You know, sometimes it'd be like that. I hope you grow up to be a great VTuber. Oh my god, I'm gonna grow up one day. Also, let me... drink lots of milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Wait, how do I add you as a mod? There we go. What am I supposed to do when I'm lactose intolerant? What the f- how do you think if you had to guess before the hints? Brad doesn't even want to know my guess. Lactose-free milk is also a thing. I do drink lactose-free milk, although I will say dairy isn't like the best when you're dairy isn't like the best thing to drink when you are trying to like reduce like things that are impacted by dairy, like acne, for example. Although I will say I think my skin has gotten a lot more clear over the years, but still. Maybe not the most intelligent thing for me to be doing. Well, if you think I have an amazing voice, you can go check out my song covers, haha. I'm a little idle cat VTuber. I also do singing sometimes. I do karaoke sometimes. Lactose intolerant has never held you back from your dreams before. It's true. It's true. I don't let it hold me back. I refuse. What the f- Oh wait, I'm fucking stupid? Okay, I fixed that. Okay. I can't help it. Ice cream's just too fucking yummy, guys. It's just too good. Why you wouldn't expect me to stop eating ice cream, right? I worked really hard on making my skin, on like clearing up my skin because I like ice cream too much to give that up. It's like the one sweet I really like. Can't a cat have a guilty pleasure? Wait, I'm confused. Is this the right color for her hair? Oh, okay, wait. You take dot damage when there's no ice cream in the freezer. It's true. It's true. I have to make sure there's always ice cream available, okay? It has to be. If there's no ice cream, then like what am I supposed to do with my life? Create selection. Oh, okay, here we go. grab... What do I feel like I really like this color. I really like the way this one is colored, but I think I'll take this one for color, for eye dropping color drop. Yippee. Okay. You know, cats actually should not drink, should not be drinking milk. What the pause. What the hell is... Oh, it's Emil's shop! I was like, why? Why is this happening suddenly? Why do I have a sudden urge to chase after a little guy on a car? Okay. Oh my god, this is so dark. I feel like that's way, way, way darker than I anticipated. Okay. I'm hoping, since I basically don't have any more conventions for the rest of this year, I have like a few small marketplaces, which I don't think I will end up, you know, doing like tons of new merch for them. I feel like hopefully I can then spend the rest of this year drawing things that I want to draw, you know? Why is it if you want milk, I will happily give you some? I should not, and this is why I have been the same height since I was 12. I have not grown since I was 12! I'm the same height! Oh my gosh. Mama Cat literally thought I would grow taller one day, and like, you know, there was, when I was younger, she actually got me a pair of shoes for PE. It was like athletic shoes. I was like running shoes because I really like running. And so she bought a size up from what my shoe was, because she was like, all right, you're gonna grow into these one day, so you don't have to waste, you know, money on buying it again. Again, like, you know, these were a nicer pair of shoes. My family didn't make like lots of money and stuff, so I was like, okay, I'll wear this. When I graduated high school, I had to give her the shoes back. And I was like, I never grew into them. I never grew into them, Mom. It's been 6 years. And so then they're her shoes now. And I finally had to get my own pair of shoes. I finally got my own pair of running shoes that actually fit. But yeah, I haven't grown since I was 12. I'm just a short little guy. Can you stop growing? You want to let me grow? Can I take some of the... Bro, you know what? It's so toxic. When my brother and I were both in like college, we went to go visit our parents, and this freaking motherfucker, we were like measuring ourselves, and like, you know, I was like, holy shit, I grew like I was like, holy shit, I lost a 1/4 inch, and he was like, I grew a 1/4 inch. I'm like, what do you mean? You fucking stole my 1/4 inch? What the hell? That's mine! And he was like, haha, fucking loser. Mind you, my brother's like 5'10"? 5'11"? I'm 5'2"! 5'2"! I tried to Google how tall 12-year-olds are, and instead I Googled how old is the average 12-year-old girl. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. I'm a whole 5 feet 2 inches, including my ears. It's just true. It's just a fact of life, you know. Unfortunately. I've accepted my fate. I'm getting confused. Oh wait, hold on, pause. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Wait. How do I unenable mask? Hold on. Enable mask. Let's actually get this shit colored all the way in. We're trying the message to add little to that message in the next level stuff. I didn't know YouTube was that cold. I know, I'm short forever, okay? I get it. I'm not tall. I know the world will never allow me to be tall. It's because I would be too powerful if I was tall, okay? Can you imagine my power if it wasn't just stuck in this short fucking body? Imagine how strong I would be. I would be so much stronger. The world wouldn't be able to handle it if I was taller than this. I understand. Why is this not working? Oh, wait. There we go. Yeah, I'm not even like the shortest. I'm like short, but like I'm not minuscule. How many inches do you think my ears add to my height? Wait, here, let me... Okay, I know that I'm like taller because I have the platforms on, okay, like I get it. But like, how many inches do you think my ears add? Like, I guess it's like this would be the actual like height because my platforms are like 4 inches. So like, they're kind of tall. I guess these are shorter. These are shorter than the actual platforms because this is the model. My coworker's 4'10" and we have to get her stools. That makes sense actually because in professional environments it's not considered acceptable to climb onto the counters. I'm a professional at climbing onto the counters to get things. But I think in a work environment, I think OSHA would be upset. You have some short friends who became super tall at the boba shop over the weekend. Maybe you can do the same tech. Princess? I gotta ask Princess how to become 8 feet. I gotta ask Princess how to become 8 feet tall. How'd she do it? How did she do it? I too would like to be 8 feet. Imagine the power I would wield. Princess is huge. Princess is huge. I'm so excited that I get to spend more time with my princess this weekend. I never get enough princess time. I'm confused. Guys, this one I'm using right now is actually called the poop tool. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I don't know why they chose this icon. It's like a really popular tool on Clip Studio, like the Clip Studio store. It's free, but an artist made it, or it's basically like enclose and fill, but a little different, and a Japanese artist made it, and yeah, it's just the poop tool. You're like 6 foot at 15 years old. Would you like to donate some height? Would you like to donate some height to a poor soul? My friend back in high school was 6'5" as a freshman, and people did not know what to do with him. Oh my gosh. So my best friend, okay, this was like, we were kind of an iconic duo because of this, but my best friend is 5'11". She's a beautiful, tall model queen. I love her so much. She's so beautiful. No man deserves her. She's too much of a goddess, but also I think people were extra scared of her height because of the difference between me and her. None of these men deserved her. None of these motherfuckers. Honestly, I probably was kind of similar to an attack dog. I probably scared off a lot of people. My bad. My bad. I actually had a very, very silly experience at Offkai this year where somebody, I'm not gonna say who, somebody I don't fuck with approached my princess, and I just had this like feeling in my gut. It was just like an actual instinct to just barrel over to her on all fours to start barking at this guy. I was like, get away from my princess! And I was gonna start fucking barking! Ah! That's never happened to me before in my life, guys, but I was so ready to throw hands. I was like, get away from her, don't you dare touch her! Ah! I just fucking ran over. Oh, it was so close. I would have actually, someone would have fucking called, like, fucking animal control on me. Ah! I like we both had insanely tall best friends in high school. Yeah, but like your height difference versus my height difference is pretty different though. Like my height difference was are you a child versus like your height difference is pretty normal. Do you have feelings for her? No, she's not really my type. My best friend's not really my type. I don't think. I think we would actually, I don't even think we could live with each other. We talked about this a lot because we would travel together sometimes, like, you know, forever ago, because we've known each other our whole lives. And yeah, I think we would probably like murder each other if we had to like live with each other for longer than like a week. We're just very, very, very different. And we're very different people in terms of like hobbies and stuff like that. I think what drove the two of us together throughout, you know, schooling and stuff was we were into the same thing. Like we were in the same like extracurriculars. Like we both did competitive orchestra, and then also on top of that we held a lot of the same values and same opinions about things. And in terms of like morale or morals and you know, I guess opinions of people, they were very similar. And so like when we when one of us was like, yeah, I don't like this motherfucker, and the other one's like, yeah, that's right, fuck that guy. That was like all of high school for us. Those are the best friendships. Yeah. Yeah, I love her lots, but she lives too far away from me now, so yeah. I was always like her little weird nerd. I'm just into like the most random stuff. She really tried to like spend a lot of time with me and doing things that I enjoyed as well, and I appreciated that a lot, because she would do things like she would play like video games and stuff that I think that weren't really of interest to her, but she would play and try them out anyway because she knew that I really liked them. So I thought that was very sweet of her. I'm not sure how tall I was when I started high school. I probably had an insane height difference. There's no way my current height. Do kids that work that? Boys usually hit their growth spurt somewhere in late middle school to early high school-ish, I think. And girls typically start earlier, but then I think there's also like a whole second puberty post, you know, quarter life, something like that. But I still don't think you were my height because I am small. What games? Mostly like DS games in terms of games that I would play with her, because any of the other games that I played were definitely not ones that she would want to even touch. So we just played like Mario Kart together and stuff like that. Like silly fun games. Yeah, but when I got into like other, you know, I guess more like gamer games, like I didn't have a console for a long time, like that I could play anything of note on. I started playing like Overwatch. That was like my first FPS game. I played a lot of it. A lot of the girls in my high school did not like me. There was a good number of people who kind of bullied me because I was like into video games and stuff, but I didn't hang out with like, I don't know, like I guess the outcast group of people. So I was fairly, I don't want to say popular, because I was definitely not popular, but I was in the IB program, so everyone knew everybody in the program. And so any of the guys who wanted to play games would like ask me to join them and stuff. And I think that a lot of the girls really hated it because, like, I don't know, people didn't like that, I was like playing with their boyfriends and whatever. Why do I sound like 8 years old? What do you mean? Because I was playing Overwatch? I was playing Overwatch 1 before Overwatch 2 even existed. Dude, my account for Overwatch is like ancient. My account for Overwatch, I have the original breast cancer awareness Pink Mercy skin, the one that people were selling their accounts for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. That's me. I have a legitimate one. You were probably unrecognizable for anyone who didn't see you during summer. Dude, yeah, if you came in and it's like 4'11" and then 6'1", that's actually insano. But honestly, that's kind of like my ex, because she transitioned between middle school and high school, like the summer between middle school and high school, and like most people didn't fucking know. So a lot of people were really confused like first day of freshman year of high school, because they're like, wait, what? Yeah. Kuna was laughing at me because we saw this this person that was like this post that was like, oh, don't deny the transaction, and I was like, yeah, I didn't deny the transaction. My voice as an 8-year, I mean, I could make myself sound like an actual squeaker, but I don't know. I think I talk a little bit different on stream than I do in person, because it's easier to project like this, and it's like less strained on my voice. But I would say like anybody who's met me IRL is like probably wouldn't say that I talk like this normally. I also have like way more energy in my voice when I stream than I would normally. Definitely that for sure. Also, like, I can't help but that comment makes me be like, tell me you've never spoken to a woman without saying you've never spoken to a woman before. There's a reason why a lot of female VAs voice like 8-year-old boys in cartoons and media and stuff. So, just saying. I jump scared a good number of people. I bet. I fucking bet. We just watched a movie recently, and dude, I think that meme is peak. I honestly, the tell me you haven't blank without telling me you haven't blanked is like one of my favorite meme formats. It's just too good. It's just too good. What's this one? Oh. Wait, I'm confused. What's... Oh, wait, pause. Oh, I'm so lost. Okay, we're good. I mean, you sound like an average anime shy girl hiding your identity. Do you have an anime scene? Shut up, Jake. If you want an actual anime girl, I could do that. But like that, that also fucking makes me want to off myself just a little bit. Also, I feel like that's like fan service that I'm not, I'm not down to give. That shit ain't free. Dude, what the f- Oh, you do have an anime sneeze. I see. I can't read. I do, unfortunately. It's not my fault. I don't do that on purpose. I can't sneeze on command. I can't hide my fucking sneeze. And I don't think I could reach like my I don't think I would be able to like reach my mute button in time to mute my sneeze. People aren't ready for that? Yeah. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. Dude, why do I feel like this, like, my color is just not right? Hold on. I need to do some, my drawing tablet color is just so off. See, us being on YouTube and not Twitch means I can't redeem things. That's really true. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Wait, I need to open the driver panel, guys, one sec. Oh, wait, a temperature adjustment. Wait, okay, I can actually fix this. I can fix this. I can fix her. Oh. What the fuck? Okay, I think I have to reduce red. What the fucking fuck? Hold on. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is so... I'm trying to adjust the color on my drawing tablet, but it's kind of hard. How do I make this so that it doesn't look so fucking green? How do I think this is as best as I can do. Okay, we're good. You mean I'm not worth it to see your anime? No, I can't sneeze on command. Are you able to sneeze on command? If so, that's impressive, but I am not of that caliber. I do not have those capabilities. Oh my god, this still feels wrong. I feel like this fucking... Oh my god. Ah! Dude, I actually hate... I hate this shit. Why is it so fucked? Why is this color like so cooked, man? Is this right? I think this is as close as I can get. Oh my god, this is so... Color is so hard when all of your fucking monitors have different color, like, displays. It's so rough. Like, I don't know, this is so annoying. Just itch your nose or something? I don't think that works. I don't feel like that would work. Whoops. Oh, no, go back. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to make this not look fucking off on here, because it was making her look very red, and I was very confused. Meow, meow, meow. Alright, am I missing any parts of Goldor? Do I have a like a feather? Sorry. When you say, do you have a fea, I'm like, no, why would I have a feather? In what world? What color are her eyes? Are her eyes like silver? That's kind of fucking hype, if so. Oh my god, they are. Guys, I think like really light colored eyes are so pretty. They're like a silverish color with like a green, a very slight green to it, I think. Okay. Sorry, I'm an English it's okay, I'm also ESL, so like my English is also fucked. We're not here to judge anybody's English skill. I've been speaking English for a long time and my English is still cooked. So I'm not one to judge. What if I... no, I'll leave it. I think the hair is just the hardest to like adjust for. Can you say at least an anime line? What would be an anime line? What would be a line to say? What would be like a really cutesy fucking... I can't do like the shonen voice like Kuno does. That shit actually makes me want to blow my brains out. Even more. I can't do that. Mako and Kuno both do that and I'm like, oh, I can't. Oh, shonen, the Deku voice, I can't do that. I can't do that, but I can do like the... I can do the Moe voice. I think I can do the Moe voice pretty okay. I don't think I can do like the Ojo-sama voice though. I don't think I'm cool enough for that. Maybe in another life. Maybe if I practice it, maybe I could, but like, I think overall I'm not very good at it. Okay. I can't tell you how many times I've described something as the fucking thing that does a thing and just pray Miao gets it. It's okay, because I talk like that too. Jake can confirm I do fucking talk like that, and like 90% of people are like, excuse me, what the hell are you trying to say? I forget words all the time. I forget words all the time. So you're not the only one, don't worry. I think there's actually like clips on Twitch, although Twitch is down, of me doing the like the welcome home master voice, from like on Maid Day. The Okairi, that one. I don't think I can emotionally do that shit again, but I'm trying to think of like a line. But like I can't think of something in English, you know, because I feel like I watch anime in subs, so like I don't know any like the cringe lines. Gonshinji-sama? Hold. I feel like this is... eye shape is wrong. What the fuck? Hold. What the helly? Yes.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know how to fix this. Oh wait, oops. Ah! Is it like this? Okay. I don't know if this eye shape makes sense. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No. This is technically all my streams are 18 plus. I guess this is where I ask, considering I was asked our IO, does it mean Jake wants some coffee crisps? Coffee crisps? Wait, actually, I was offered these by another Canadian. I didn't get to try them because I asked for dark chocolate instead. But, yo, mail us some coffee crisps, ayo. What's the best chocolate bar? I don't know the name of it, what I got, but you'd have to tell me. You'd have to tell me the like color of the packaging. I could tell you if it was that one or not. I fucking love chocolate. Okay, I think I fixed that. I felt like the eye was like slightly off. Okay. Coffee Crisp is yellow? No, like, is Coffee Crisp the chocolate? It's not chocolate, right? Or is it? Oh! No, I did not get that. I just got like straight up chocolate because I think I was offered this, and I think I'm not like a big sweets person, so I think they just got me like dark chocolate. But Coffee Crisp is like the actual chocolate. Okay, I see. Honestly, I'd be down to try this. Apparently, they tried selling it in the US, but they it kind of flopped. It's not an overly sweet milk chocolate with coffee flavoring coating with a wafer in the middle, but there's more wafer than Kit Kat. Oh! Maybe that's why it probably didn't do as well in the US, is because it wasn't like super sweet, maybe? I feel like people in the US like things pretty sweet. Although I will say, out of every country I've been to, I think the country that likes the sweetest things is Korea, and I actually cannot handle it. It's like, everything is sweet. It's kind of excessive. Like, they really like Americanos in Korea, and they put so much sugar in them, and I'm like, nope, I'm so good. I don't actually want any of that. Thanks, though. Okay, me. I feel like I should pull up a reference to my own fucking coloring for eyes so I keep things consistent, but then I never know what I'm doing. This song is very jazzy. Excuse me. Oh, this eye is kind of squished. Hold on. I think that's fine. Okay. Her eyes have like a little bit of the teal-ish color. So we can use this as like a base. Actually, wait. Let me... Maybe I want to make this a little bit more gray because I feel like this is a little too teal for what I want the base color to be. Maybe like this, and then I'll lighten this one. Ah! Okay, that's, I think, better. Okay. Dude, every time I hear the freaking Dead Cells soundtrack, I just get baited. It's like... No worries. Oh my gosh, yes. Wouldn't that shit melt though? I don't even know like how wouldn't it just like hella melt in the during transit? It's so hot over here right now. Y'all, it's like been super hot here. It's been like high 90s to like over 100 Fahrenheit quite frequently. Which in my opinion is atrocious. So there's that. And it's hot for like the whole fucking day too. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. What's that other, like, the Kinder chocolate that's banned in the US but they have in Canada? It's not the Kinder Joy, right? Because I think they have the Joys here. Is it the Surprise? The one with the little guy inside? I think it'll survive though? Okay, I trust. You've sent them to Texas? Holy. Yeah, it's just been really, really hot here. It's been kind of awful and kind of one of the worst things ever. It's been so, so hot. It's been making me not want to stream because it's just too warm. Okay. Bum bum dum. I feel like this star is not, it's not star enough. There we go. I've been really enjoying putting these little stars in their eyes. I feel like it's just so freaking cute. I don't know. And then I can kind of do the, I can also put the heart that I always put in their eyes, but in the shiny part, or the white highlights. I don't know, I think it's very fun. I feel like a middle-aged wine mom being like, oh, it's just so fun. And then I like to try to add a little bit of color to these. Duplicate. Move this over here. And then move this a little bit. I don't know, I think it's really cute. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay. I feel like this needs more saturation. And then I like to do darker reds on the outer sides. That's not red enough. And there we go. Then add a little bit of a lighter color where the highlight is. And then I want to make this bottom eyelash a little lighter. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. I feel like I made her look so pretty girl, and I feel like Hyuna is so much more hardcore than this. I don't know. I feel like I always do this. Ugh. Maybe because their hands are also tiny. Where, oh where did I... Maybe I need to make her shirt darker. Her nails aren't colored. Okay, let's maybe make her shirt a little darker. And then, is it this? I make this even darker. Alright, there's that. I actually want to make this part a little darker. Okay. Okay. She has like a few strands that I think. Oh, I guess I have them flying forward more than I have it over her face. Her. What if I... I don't know if I wanted to do it those strands, but I feel like these ones are okay. Okay. What is this? Is this expedition? I feel like this doesn't really make sense for any of the stuff, but I don't know what else it would be. Oh, it is expedition. Sometimes I hear things on this playlist and I'm like really confused as to what it is, but then it's almost always Expedition 33. Oops. Okay, let's blend this shit. Okay. Ah! I'm gonna lighten this because I feel like I don't quite want this to be as dark as I have it. And then I'm gonna blend this one up. Okay. This is once again my personal reminder to not over render shit because this is not necessary. These are going to be like 3 inches large. Ouch. Okay, I keep having to look at my other freaking monitors to look at colors because it's so annoying. Ah! Okay. And then I'm gonna go a little darker of a red to do all the little edges. Oh, no! Go back to my previous color. Come back. Okay. I guess I can just blend some of this down. Okay. Ugh, gosh, I'm just like looking at my OBS to compare colors. And I just don't really know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about the colors. On like one hand, I feel like on my monitor, on my drawing tablet, it looks fine. And then I look at my actual monitor and it feels like there's like not any contrast. Okay, wait. Let's see. Let's increase the saturation a little bit. I feel like it's so, like, color burned. I don't know which monitor I should be comparing it to because it's, like, kind of ambiguous to which monitor is, like, the correct freaking, color. God, I never know. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. I hate... I hate freaking... Why is every monitor different? Ah! Cause like I really like how warm this looks, but then I look at my freaking like OLED and it just looks desaturated as hell. Which one's the correct color? I literally don't know. What the heckies? Bro, this is like... I don't know what to trust. I don't know what color to trust. Because, like, do I fix it to be, like, the same as my drawing tablet? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna trust my phone. Whatever the phone fucking tells me, I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna save this as, a PNG for myself. And then I'm gonna send it to myself to like look at it. Alright, gotta open it on my phone. Okay, on my phone, it doesn't look like the... It doesn't look like any of the three! Every single monitor is a different color. But I think my most... Like, the one I'm most okay with is the one on my phone. So I think this is okay. This would be my, like, ideal. It's somewhere in between all of them. Okay. Ugh. also blend this up a little bit. And then I just feel like all these things are just really not, the lines are more harsh than I want them to be. Okay. I think this is fine. Okay. Oakley dokey doke. Let's do her shirt, which is, actually I forgot her scar. I don't really know. It's like a brand. I think I'm gonna put like multiply or something. Okay, so it's like this on her, and then I kind of want to make it so that it's like more like an actual brand, so it's gonna have a little dimension. I basically just alpha lock the layer. Okay. Holy schmoly. Okay, and I'm gonna just add a few extra additional highlights. Oh, I forgot something. I want to add like the little blushies, but I need to make sure it's the right color. Is that okay? And then I'm gonna add a little bit more. Dude, I feel the color, the fucking color differences are freaking me out. Okay, I need the green. It's like a tealish green. I'm eyeballing colors at this point. this one's like a darkish blue. It's gonna be the same color as her pants, basically, so I'll just grab that color. Why can't I get the shape right? I used to have a lot of trouble drawing chests. I still kind of do, but like maybe a little less. Is this right? How the fuck are my— what the f— Wait, maybe I need to move this over more, actually. Maybe the middle is like less where I think it is. Maybe it's more this way. Okay, I think that's true. And then why can't I figure out— is it because like this needs to be going down more and then this is like this more? I think this is better. Okay, and then okay. Okay. I do want to add the orange of her hair, like that some of the art puts in. I think it's very pretty. So, but first, I'm gonna be so honest. Sometimes shading confusing. Cannot figure out how the fuck to shade shit. Ah! And I'll just blend this out. Dude, that fucking startled me, actually. The freaking... the Hollow Knight. The boss music actually startled the shit out of me. I was, like, thinking super hard to try to figure out this, and then, like, bow, bow. It freaking scared me. Okay. Okay. Where did they highlight the oranges? Okay. Maybe this is not a bright enough orange. I feel like this might be too... I don't know what the fucking color is. But not this. I want it brighter. Maybe less saturated. Maybe like... this. Okay, I think this is good. Okay. Actually, part of me feels like I should gradient this. I think I did this the wrong way. I did. Okay. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Okay. I have a feel. I don't know. I feel like this doesn't quite look like Hyuna enough. I don't know. Maybe I need to make this darker, actually. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna figure. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna fucking go. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how Hyuna this is feeling. Do I feel like this is like actually looking like Hyuna at all? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Let's just freaking... I don't know, man. I don't know. My brain is so fried. I was kind of bummed that I didn't get to finish these for Impulse OC, but I also had so much other shit that I was like really focused on that I didn't really, you know, put in the time to finish it, and I'm okay with that. Kind of sucked because it's like I wanted to do more, but at the end of the day, if I didn't finish, I didn't finish. I just hope that, you know, when I do get to put these out, that people will enjoy them. You know? I just hope that people will actually like them. 'Cause I did work hard on them. And I don't know. It's different from what I normally do. I feel like I'm always scared whenever I do something different with my art. Whether that be like a new type of merchandise or, I don't know, a style difference or whatever it is. I guess there's also like especially so when it comes to doing non-chibi art. I'm so anxious about it. I'm like, I hope it turned out okay. I hope people like it. I don't know. I think in general art is very personal, and so it's like an amount of fear that I have. But whatever, I guess. Let's see. Actually, how did I do the other shading stuff? How did I shade the other hair? Oh, okay. I think it's kind of cool that it looks like each of these, the alien stage people, have different like colors in addition to their hair. But Mizi's is blue, which I thought was interesting because, like, you know, her base hair is pink, so blue is super contrasting as an additional color, versus Sua's hair is like a dark, basically black, and the contrasting color is a green, a teal, and then Hyuna's is brown with the orange. I don't know, I think it's so interesting that Mizi's is so different. But I do like it. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool touch that they added. Man, color is hard. Oh man, I just wish I could see this easier and not have to be confused. Cause what the fuck are any of these colors? I just don't know if I feel like this shit's finished because I can't really tell. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. We're just gonna nope, and then duplicate this layer. Merge. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I hit create selection instead of merge. Oops. Merge. And then where's my auto actions? Oh, it's right here. Okay, I'm just doing the auto action with the fucking line arts and shit. Look at it go. Oops. Let's fix that. Oopsies. I accidentally fucked with this and not meant to do that. I'm doing this to like help color the line art. And then you can go through and like freaking adjust as needed. I don't know how big of a difference it makes on some stuff, but I like it. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think Hyuna is done for now, at least. I don't know, man. I think I will stop here. I was kind of bummed that I didn't really stream on Twitch today, but Twitch was down, so I tried streaming on YouTube. I don't know how much I don't know how much I love streaming on YouTube solo, but maybe we'll do more of it, maybe we won't. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know how fucking rating and shit works on here, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna end stream. Okay. I will see you all. I have no idea when. School starts next week again, so I'm not sure what my schedule's gonna look like. But anywho, I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, or whatever's wherever you're. Bye, everyone!